All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the World Arena Podcast, aka the
What?
Wobcast. Today, Firas and I are joined by Rax. Thank you for joining us, man.
Hey, friends.
So,
Hola.
we just got a collab announcement like 2 days ago or so. It's moving pretty quick because they did like a teaser, then like 12 hours later told us the collab, and then 12 hours later we had units. So it's like it's going like crazy. We wanted to get an episode up sooner, but it just didn't work out. But yeah, I mean, before we get into like what the units actually look like and what they do, like what are your opinions on just the collab itself as opposed to Cookie Run Kingdom and Street Fighter that we had in the past, like being Assassin's Creed?
I would say like this is great compared because the cookie thing, like who knew that?
Who even
No
heard
one
of
knew
that?
this
Yeah,
game.
I know.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah,
know
he
about
did.
it.
That weirdo did.
I
but
actually used to
Really?
play the game. Yeah, I even used to play the game.
What?
Yeah.
I had never
No,
even
I'm
heard
not
that.
lying. I am not lying.
I had
I didn't
never
play
even
the
heard that
remake.
name mentioned before.
I didn't play the remake because what the collab that we had was the remake of Cookie Run. But I played the original one. It was actually really fun. But obviously,
Okay.
in the end, everything gets thrown out for Sky Arena for some reason. Nobody knows
Yeah.
why. I still don't know why, but here we are. But
Yeah, no, I'm beyond excited. Like this is like one of my favorite game franchises ever. So.
I loved it when I played it.
Yeah, I'm pumped about this. I play these games like religiously every time they come out. So, and like Street Fighter, I couldn't care less about. I'd never played it. Cookie Run Kingdom, I'd never even heard of. So, it's nice to have like a cool one. I hope I just get some better luck with the summoning because Street Fighter, I
Hopefully.
left with only Fire Bison after buying every scroll, and Cookie Run Kingdom, I left with 3 wind PVCs after buying every scroll. So
Wow, really?
both
That's
collabs, I
actually
have
really bad.
1 unit each from.
Wait, let me check. I didn't go in for Street Fighter and Cookie, neither of them, like really. But let me see. Wait, what do I even have?
I pulled almost all the cookies without buying a single scroll. Just
Really?
to
Wow.
See,
I'm not even
weirdly
even the
enough,
LD4s. Even the LD4s.
I did get
without
all
buying.
the LD4s.
Oh.
I did get that.
You're like,
But
except one of them I didn't get.
But yeah,
It's-
the only one I got 3 times was the Wind Ryu. That's it. I got him 3 times, nothing else.
yeah,
Love Kashmir.
And for Cookie, I got both water ones 5 times. That's it.
yeah.
It was the chosen one.
No, I really hope. I mean, I'm gonna go ham on these scrolls, so I really hope I pull some of these guys because I fucking love this shit. But yeah. But I mean, for everybody who's thinking about maybe spending, I mean, like if you're not somebody who normally spends, I would wait off, see if they're actually good. This collab's probably gonna go for quite a while.
2 months. They actually did announce it, like pretty much 2 months.
Yeah, and don't fall into the trap to like this is what companies do. They always release stuff in like the February to March range because that's tax return season. So don't fall into the trap of like, oh, I have some extra cash. Oh, what do you know? There's a whole new collab and 1 million units. It's intentional. There's a reason why stuff releases this time of year in games. So
Friendly reminder: Ziggy's an accountant,
yeah.
so he
This
he
is
knows
what this is what these companies do. Like it's highly intentional that this all lines up with tax returns and things like that. So spend responsibly, but I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your money. I don't care if you go broke, man. It's not really.
Bitcoin,
I'm not-
baby.
I'm not your dad. I don't care what you do. But yeah. So we can jump into these guys. So this first one is Altair. He's going to be the one that we all get for free. He's like the original Assassin's Creed protagonist.
Really a classic.
Yep. So first skill, attacks enemy, ignore all damage reduction. So same as like snipers and stuff. Second skill, grants threat state on the target ally for 2 turns.
I don't know what.
It's such a weird skill. Like,
It's really weird.
how does that not have an additional turn or something built in? Like,
Yeah.
that is such a. If that thing has anything longer than like a 2-turn cooldown, I don't know if you ever click that skill. Like,
I don't know.
like that's just so weird to me. And then this third one, I don't even really fully understand how this works, but attacks the enemy with a hidden assassination blade. If you don't get attacked during the turn of the enemy, the damage of hidden blade increases by 25% each up to 100. The amount of increased damage will reset when you use the skill. So
I think I know how this works.
So this is stacking while you haven't used it, right?
Yes.
And then
Yeah, it
eventually
must be,
when
right?
you use it, you dump the stacks.
I'm not sure the multiplier of this. I feel like this is supposed to be something against a turn 2 kind of comp where for like the Molly, the Poly.
But then they
moves.
haven't moved yet though, right? So you have no stacks.
So they're supposed to move first, and then you're.
Yeah, but they'll know to just poke you. You know what I mean? Like you're not fighting a bot. It's a real person. They're gonna know. Like, oh, just poke that thing. It gets no stacks. Like
maybe that's part of the strategy too. But like, I don't get how the base stats of this would work, or if he's gonna be tanky enough to actually take a hit, or his damage in general, even if he doesn't get full stacks, is it still high enough? Is he actually gonna need 200%? To kill something or to even do something at 70%. I don't know.
The threat state is only 2 on two threat state thingies. That is really bad.
Yeah, and it does nothing. How does the skill do nothing else? It makes no sense. Like this skill is like missing a whole line of text. I feel like this should have like a whole second part to it. Like just 2-turn threat state and nothing else happens.
It might be a 2-turn cooldown. If I were to take a guess, it might be a 2-turn.
It could be, but like that's almost not even like beneficial because if you get it back too soon, you can't even use it again. Like if you start spreading thread states though, but then they can hit whoever they want.
No. They're still limited to hitting whoever has threat state on. So even if units have
but they still then get to start choosing targets. Like as you get more things threat stated, they can start picking and choosing. Like you really only ever want one unit threat stated because you want that thing to take the hits.
If you think about it, it's still really weird because like which unit doesn't have an AoE? I mean, if you don't get attacked during the turn of the enemy, dude, you just AoEs and you're still getting hit, so you're not getting a stack.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't really get it. I don't know if it's. I think it's like a siege offense type thing or something.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Where you throw up threat state and then you sit there and you build stacks and then you nuke something. Like but you can't do that in RTA. There's no fucking way.
It's a shitty way to introduce a what do you call it? A collaboration unit. But that actually might be all it's gonna end up being used.
Yeah,
not the way it is now.
Yeah. So the next one is Ezio. So he has the same first skill as the Altair where they ignore damage reduction effects. Really bad first skill, by the way, just to like throw that out there. And like RTA units really appreciate having good first skills, so that is not a good sign for this family. But second skill attacks the enemy 2 times to decrease the defense with an 80% chance, and its attack bar by 50% with a 30% chance. I'm assuming this goes to 150 harmful effects.
Yeah,
it
will for sure.
You would think. That's a pretty good second skill. I mean, especially if that's like a 2-turn cooldown, that's like a gassed up version of the Bison one. You know what I mean? Like that's really good.
Yeah, that skill is definitely like it's gonna be like, since it's 80-30, it's gonna be for sure like 150.
Yeah, and it's a double hit. So if it's got a good multiplier, then the second hit is hitting on defense break. So that's pretty good. And then third skill is a passive, of course. Inflicts damage that ignores defense in proportion to the enemy's lost HP by at least 30% up to 100% when you attack on your turn. I mean, it's okay. I don't really get the whole your damage goes up as they get lower health when you need less damage to kill them. I've never understood that. I don't get it on the Weapon Masters, and I don't get it on this guy.
I've seen it on, at least with the way I have my patter route, for example, and his crit damage runes are when they have less HP, right? And typically I'm taking my pattern to the tankier teams. So like they're at 50, let's say at 100%, I'm doing 5k less than I would if they're at 50%. Obviously that's common sense, like you do more because of the artifacts, but it's kind of a good thing if you're just for sure getting a kill, they're at 50% health. Rather than, you're not sure at 100 with 30% in comparison.
Yeah, I mean it's okay.
But,
It's more damage, but
I think
still
this
like
unit,
it.
the passive on him is not bad because we don't really have this kind of unit except for Masha on a fire thing. Like there's only
Yeah.
Masha that is good as a fire bruiser, basically, that can quickly kill something, right? Because a Colonel still needs to proc a lot, like to really
it takes
kill
forever.
someone.
Yeah,
Like
I
11
think
turns.
I'm excited for this one because fire really needed something like this, in my opinion.
Well, the thing that's weird to me is that they basically gave this guy all of the exact same debuffs and effects that Claire has. The fire battle angel, defense break,
Yeah.
attack bar reduce, fire unit ignore defense nuke. Those are the literal exact things that Claire does, and she's terrible. So it just makes me wonder, like, why does Claire even exist anymore now? Like, this is the same unit. If it does more damage, this will just, I mean, I'll say replace her, but there's nothing to replace. She's not used. So it's like, it's just weird. Like, these are the exact debuffs that Claire does. And ignore defense, and single target, and fire. Like, it's the same unit. But it's weird.
Well, he might waken into res, though, so...
Just like her, yeah.
Relax.
So
He may awaken into res.
But
Dude, honestly, no. Legit, if they make assassins that awaken into res, dude, no fucking shot. Like, honestly, assassin...
I wouldn't put it past
dude, they
them.
did it for battle angels. Two
Yeah.
of them with ignore defense nukes awaken into res. Why?
It would be too strong. It would be too strong.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
No,
But,
you can't justify it. Don't justify it.
But
As if crit damage units were relevant without having an awakening into crit rate or speed.
Yeah, true.
They give them
very
res,
true.
right? Like, you can't use them if they're res awake, other than Savannah, but she has space speed, whatever. Anyways.
yeah, I am
So,
pretty optimistic
while
about
we're at
this family,
Savannah,
though.
At this point, Savannah's awakening should be ag or crit.
Should be
not gonna
ag.
lie.
Yeah,
it should be
at this
ag.
point, yes. But she's still the only one that's still attack based and awakens into res that's considered usable. The other one's not really.
Yeah.
They've been using the wind, whatever. Anyways,
But yeah,
Dark Eye.
well, no, these guys. Just one more thing on these guys. Like, this is a really good S2, which means an LD5 is going to have it. So I am actually interested in what the other units of Ezio's family look like, because that skill 2 is crazy, and a light or a dark unit is going to have it. So
Yeah.
you never know. So the next one's Bayek, or however the hell you say it.
Bayek.
It's
In
Egyptian.
Arabic?
Anyone Egyptian here? 'Cause-
Egyptian? I'll tell you, Bayek in Arabic, it means dad or father.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
Or your father. Actually, your father.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is your dad, is what I'm saying.
Nice. Your dad. Tell him to
Bayek,
subscribe.
this is your dad.
But yeah, so another shitty, at least in my opinion, another shitty S1. Single hit, 2-turn HP, recovery down, whatever.
yeah.
Basically the same thing as the Weapon Master one, but worse, because I think they hit twice.
They do.
So the second skill is attacks the enemy 2 times, remove 1 beneficial effect, and silence for 2 turns with a 75% chance respectively. The damage increases according to your max HP. I mean, I don't know. It's whatever.
Kinda iffy, this one, like, that sounds really underwhelming so far.
If this just said Oblivion instead of silence, that'd be really nice.
Well,
But
what annoyed me about this is exactly like the assassins we already have in game, the S2 silence.
yeah,
Like Stella
exactly.
and whatever her name is. They already have this. Well, not the strip. Do they strip?
No, they
No,
don't.
they don't.
No, they don't. They
Yeah.
don't.
So to make it a Nat 5 quality skill, they have to add a strip, I guess. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah, but honestly, assassins getting an Oblivion like this would make a lot of sense,
Yeah,
no?
like thematically,
Right?
yeah. I don't get it. Why is it strip silence? Who the fuck cares about silence right now? Everything has a passive. You're not even silencing
Yeah,
anything.
exactly. Silence doesn't do shit.
I mean, silence or passive.
And then
probably.
he also has a passive that an eagle attacks a random enemy to stun the target for 1 turn when you attack on your turn. So
How much do you want to bet it awakens at the speed?
I think this is
But
going to
this
be
is
Ack.
so bad.
So
This is
Cecilia.
listen, I gotta go off on this passive a little bit because this makes no sense. Like, why do they draw the line with this on your turn bullshit on the randomest shit? Like, we spent 2 seasons where Dark Bison could literally on a revenge permanently lock a unit down. Like, you hit him, he revenges, 2-turn provoke on a revenge he was allowed to do. But you can't do a random target stun on a revenge. Not that I want more revenge units in the game, but what the fuck is up with this?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, Dark Bison can get you into an infinite chain of CC off of a simple revenge set, but this guy can't stun a random target on the other side. It just makes no fucking sense.
Until today, I can't forgive Comptos for stealing my heal from Jean.
Yeah,
when I used to have her built.
Dude, Jean can't heal on a revenge. Still.
Yeah. It kills me. Like, it's 10%.
Like,
it's a shitty detail, but it's a detail that's like really silly.
They clearly just cannot get a grasp on revenge runes. Like, they need to just get rid of them at this point. They have no idea what the fuck to do. Like, Verd can give
nerfing my Shazam.
Dude, Verd can give 160% bar. 160% bar. Verd can do it on a revenge. This guy can't stun a random target. That target could have fucking immunity, and you just get nothing. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
But ultimately, I do think this family is going to be the worst, because this skill 2 is complete garbage. This skill 1 is even worse than garbage. So I have very little faith for what this family turns out to be.
I think that's safe to say, because they generally show, like the units they're showing here is generally what they think is going to be the most interesting to people. Yeah. And I'm not saying they're right, but if this is their most interesting, then we're not looking forward to any good skills.
For puppets, right? We didn't have a glimpse at Zibala before. So.
Yeah. But like you said though, like they showed what they thought is like the most interesting, like strip cleanse block. Ooh, strip cleanse block. But then Zibala comes out and it's like, oh, this is the good one. You guys are just morons.
Any of you guys try to use the fire one? Like, I never saw this unit ever, anywhere. Never.
I tried so hard when they first came out, but the problem is cleanse block doesn't work properly. Like, it gets cleansed still. Like, that debuff still gets cleansed. So Juno will take that debuff off and heal her team. And it's like, no, dude, I fucking blocked cleansing. Why are you healing your team? This is fucking bullshit, man.
Right. Not just for the one debuff, for all the debuffs.
Yeah, if she has 5 debuffs on her, she heals as if she cleansed 5, even though she cleansed nothing because she had cleanse block on. It's like,
okay, man.
Hey Gang will cleanse it and give extra bar. It just makes no fucking sense. Dude, it's cleanse block.
It's pointless.
Man.
It was a pointless addition to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I see.
Oh god.
I mean, before that, only the fire demon had it, right? And no one used
Beth.
that really anyway.
And then they gave it to Beth.
Yeah, that's it.
And they nerfed Beth by doing that, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Her in this meta, she'd actually be kind of okay if she had heal block back. That 3-turn heal block, like, that could actually be used. Cleanse block? Nope.
Yeah, true.
So, next one's Cassandra. They're showing us a 4-star from this family, but all of these families supposedly are going to have 5 stars in them and 4 stars, so...
all of them? Or I thought it was just the 4 stars are going to have 5 stars.
Supposedly, they're all mixed families. Every single one of them. So, Cassandra, her first skill, attacks the enemy to decrease the attack bar by 30% with a 50% chance. Art Master skill, basically, just reused. Yeah. The second skill, decrease the defense of all enemies for 2 turns with a 60% chance. I'm guessing this doesn't go to 100 if it's starting at 60.
No.
Probably at 80.
So
80, 90.
I don't get the point of this skill.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything like, if it's 60, nothing gets increased.
Yeah, it's not gonna go up by 40%. No way.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I wouldn't put aside 70% at their skill ups, because we've seen it. Who has it that only has 10%? I think it was the.
There's a lot of units like that, right? That just get that one.
And the totems, the totem S2.
Yeah, so I'm not thrilled with that skill, but and if presumably one of the Nat 5s is going to have it. Like, it's just not a good skill. And then the third skill is attacks the enemy 3 times to leave a branding effect for 3 turns. Additionally, the attack always lands as a critical hit and deals 100% increased damage if the target is wind.
Interesting.
That is interesting, though.
It's cool.
That is interesting.
It's mostly a guild offense type of thing, because you gotta kind of finagle it to be a perfect situation to get that off, but it's kind of cool.
I can see this being pretty cool in RTA still, too. I just wish the S2 wasn't total ass. But I like how they kind of made the Bay accessible to everybody, as if everyone was ever using the Bay anyway. With the AoE branding, I think the Bay was the only AoE brand in the game.
No,
Wait,
this
XD?
Yeah, no, it's not AoE.
My bad. Ignore me.
And there is I think the Fire Espresso is now AoE branding, I'm pretty sure. But
make me double check this while you read on.
But yeah, so the next one, this is the only one that I'm like truly hyped for, partially because it's my favorite Assassin's Creed character from Valhalla, and also because it has a crazy S1, so that's always a good sign. But
Yes.
Ivor, they're showing us a 4-star again. First skill, attacks the enemy 2 times to decrease the enemy's defense for 2 turns with a 20% chance each. I'm assuming that goes up to like maybe 40, I guess. We'd
40, 50,
probably say something like that. It's pretty good. Second skill, attacks the enemy 3 times to inflict continuous damage for 2 turns with a 50% chance each. So this guy's just a multi-hitting machine. And then S3 attacks the enemy 3 times to inflict continuous damage for 1 turn each, and attacks the enemy once more to explode the continuous damage granted on that target to additionally deal the corresponding damage. That's weird wording, but yeah, this thing looks legit. Like PvE really and cool, PvP, in my opinion. Like that thing's gonna a triple hit on second and third skill with crazy dots, and then you don't even have to worry about them getting cleansed because she instantly then detonates the dots within the same skill. Like that's pretty good.
Right. Shrumia was saying there's a hypothetical speed team if you own a Nyx with Ivor, because it's a single-handedly nuking down the boss.
It just insta-kills the boss, right? Yeah.
So if I have Nyx and Sath...
You know her AI is going to be shit, though, right?
Maybe. We'll see. It's very likely to be shit. Like, if you do a Julie Lucian, Sath, Nyx, Ivor, Nyx is just holding fight runes. He's just moving last, but I can see how that would kind of play out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Probably, like with a unit like this, I think from how it's working right now, I think this unit will always prioritize like skill 3 if there's dots. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, if there's already dots. But in like the team he's describing, he's saying like Ivor in just 1/3 skill on a boss that's just completely fresh will insta kill it. Like if you have a Nyx.
Yeah, but
she's never gonna. I know she's never gonna do it. Like on a boss that's completely naked, she's gonna probably use either. She'll probably use any of her 3 skills.
She's meant to move last, or like just before Nyx, because the order would still be Lucian, Julie, Sath.
So I guess if maybe Sath will correct her AI. That could work.
Yeah. But Sath, remember, Sath doesn't glance anymore. On like his dot will land through a glance. So if having a dot triggers it, then that's very viable, I think.
I think still though, this will improve PvE team for SF for sure.
Yes, that's the number one thing.
Worst dungeon in the fucking world.
Yeah. Because then the boss, if he, what does he do? Attacks 3 times to inflict on one. Yeah, so. And then, this will be really good because Tattoo doesn't do shit, right? She just takes the dots. That's basically it.
I would use this with a tattoo though. Like I saw people talking about this being like the replacement, but I would rather just have it go like your Lucian or your Zerath or whatever the hell you have, your clearer, then Sath, I don't know who you'd even have move next, but then you would just do like Melia, Sath, Ivor, Tattoo, and just like there's just no way you don't kill that boss. There's no fucking way. Like
Ivor has to move separately.
Yeah. Because it doesn't make sense if you have Tattoo last because
Tattoo would have to be in between, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Because then you could technically detonate twice, right?
Yeah.
Well,
But I think
guess
like
I'm trying to think.
with this,
No.
he will always kill the boss. I'm pretty sure with this guy.
Yeah.
I would hope.
If he has like the AI, like he should always use the skill if there's dots, right? Otherwise, it doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah. So yeah, that could be cool. I mean, I think this family this is just bursting with potential for RTA. Like if one of the Nat 5s has good enough base stats, has that second skill, this third skill, like that thing is just gonna shit damage. Like I don't know.
And it's a 4-star even. That's really crazy.
Yeah, this one's a
I like
4-star. So I'm pumped for this. Like, but
I'm looking forward to at least these two. I think that Cassandra is not to be slept on either for a certain RTA.
well, I'm curious what the 5 stars are gonna look like because I don't see this set of skills being that good in RTA.
The S3 really.
If it hits super hard, maybe. But like, there's no way you're killing a Giyu or something. Like, it's not just gonna die. There's no way.
We will have to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this dark one, man, if you're scrolling up a bit little there, if I see like this is...
That's a 4-star. That's a 4-star. If you're asking, not an LD 4-star even. That's just a... Like, Ivor should be the dark 5-star. And then, no, maybe not. But
yeah, but this guy's candidate of being like the worst LD5 already.
I just can't...
He's up there.
I don't know what the vision is from Com to us here. Like, I don't know what they... Like, obviously this isn't going anywhere in PvE. I mean, it's an LD5. It's supposed to be PvP oriented, and nothing in this kit does fuck all for PvP. So I just don't get it.
You pair it with your Celia. You pair it with your Celia.
And then you wake up the thing that she sleeps.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you stun it instead, and then...
No, you get resisted on the stun and just wake it up.
You know what?
You correct the Celia.
Celia has a good kit compared to this unit.
Oh actually, yeah. And she's useless.
Sleeps one unit. What does this unit do? Random unit. Stun. On will or what?
Yeah, it could be anything. It could be the Josephine. It could be the Juno. It could be the fucking...
It is most likely the Josephine and the Juno.
And it's so funny to me that this guy, they're like, no, we draw the line here. He cannot go on a revenge. Like, fuck that. Like, this would be way too good if he could do it on a... It's like, do you guys know what Gurkha does? Like, it's a 2-turn provoke, and he can do it on revenge.
Or they just don't want me to pair it with my Shazam.
Yeah. I also kind of feel bad, too. Like, if you own a unit like Sylvia, right? Like, how is that unit ever going to be good if every time a fucking thing comes out with a passive or a good S1, they fucking restrict it to not work on a team up?
Like, to your
what
turn.
The fuck?
Your turn.
Like,
why?
Like, why does Sylvia even exist if you're just going to restrict all these units? Like, oh, that could work with... Oh, no, it can't because they don't let it.
Okay.
Like,
but you know, since we have it right there, on your turn... We just gonna throw it out again. I mean, it will never happen, but why the fuck does Vert give 40% attack bar if it's not his turn?
I know. It's so awful, man. God. And like, dude, with all the dots and stuff, we can figure out, for everyone who's about to cry about PvE because we even mentioned Verd, we will take, us three right here will find you a different team that is the same... time in the same, like, fuck your PvE team, dude. No one cares. It's like Vert is legit ruining the game in other areas because of that fucking passive. So
for me, not so much anymore, but yes.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, I see.
Must be nice.
But no, I think like it wouldn't even be hard, right? If you look like what you said earlier, Fifi, with the John, like it's not even hard. Just make Vert on your turn as well, like because imagine.
We've said this before, though, right?
Everyone just gets up in arms. Like, everyone brings out their pitchforks because, like, it's going to ruin PvE. Like, I built 3 Ikarus. Like, shut the fuck up.
But it doesn't
Before we talk about nerfing turn 2 units, we should always start off with nerfing the turn 1 units. Because that's the reason these turn 2 units exist, right? That's why we always get roasted in comments because people think we don't say that the turn 1 units with 100% bar pushback are not absurd. Yes, they're absurd. Nerf those, and then at the same time, you nerf. all this other fire unit.
I'm never bringing up another turn 1 nerf again until I see at least one. Show me one passive getting nerfed comp to us, and then we'll start talking about turn 1 units again, because I'm fucking tired of this, man.
They nerfed T online 5%.
They and I guess Volantis too, right? With this
10% on Volantis.
But like the I mean, we know comp to us listens to the podcast. And we did bitch about a lot of those turn 1 units for a really long time, and they all got nerfed. So I'm not mentioning it again. So I'm not bringing up a turn 1 unit until I see a Josephine nerf or a fucking. It just has to happen.
Fault. This turn 2 is our fault.
At this point, it's actually frustrating. Like you, as earlier, right? I'm not really playing much of my own account. I'm never doing 30 wings ever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to secure rank for SWC, obviously, right? Of course.
Naturally.
But dude, it's not fun to play my account. I don't have good LDs, right? And I think like, let's say 70% of the games I'm running into 5 passives every fucking time.
Yeah. And what's your tools to deal with it? Like, what does the game give you as tools to deal with it?
People like the people that are high up, they fucking first pick Tessa, so you can't even pick the one good Oblivion that exists in the game.
Yep.
Like.
We've been talking about this for quite a while.
Yep. There's that, and there's like the people who first pick Josephine and then start stacking 4 passives that are also on despair sets, and it's like, this game is just going to be a fucking clusterfuck. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, who the fuck knows what's going to happen in this match? Like, I'm probably going to be the one who gets controlled somehow, even though this guy's not going to take a turn. But it's just insane, man.
Like, that's actually like the worst part, because we are playing a turn-based strategy game and like literally losing to people that don't even take a single natural turn, and we already lost at that point.
Their team doesn't even make an attempt to take a natural turn.
Yeah.
Like it's like a part of their strategy to literally not take a real turn. Yep. It's crazy.
I really need to understand what like goes through their minds when like they intentionally draft this for like multiple games in a row. Because I don't understand how you can actually sit there and play this.
Yeah.
Like, or I guess they're not playing. Are they just like, are they actually just hitting auto? I know they're not hitting auto because I see them taking their turn. And I don't struggle against those teams, just before anyone says anything. I'm actually farming them quite a bit. But I don't get like how anyone else would want to play. Like, I'm farming them, sure, but everyone else is like struggling.
Honestly,
and how do you do it?
It's hard.
It is hard. I know it's hard, but for the people drafting 5 passives, what are you guys like? What are you getting out of it? I'm asking because I can't fucking figure it out.
I'm trying to do some math here real quick because this is baffling me.
I also try to play this turn 2 stuff, right? I really tried it for 2 or 3 days.
I don't have time. Like,
yeah, it's not only like. First of all, that like wings will take double the time, and also like it is not fun.
No,
I mean I think in the end like I played some guy like and then what did I have? I had Molly, Cookie, I think Rakuni and Giu in my team.
Yeah,
he managed to kill off 2 units. Well, you know what happened? Giu Molly just soloed his whole team.
Yep. Dude, I sent remember I sent a message in our group chat for us the other day where I had Molong, Bison, Cigar, and a 4th unit, and I lost to a Rakuni and a Gyu. 2v4. I had a fucking Fire Bison, man.
Unbelievable. Actually, like unbelievable.
Fucking Fire Bison.
Should have recorded
my runes are fucking insane on that Fire Bison, and I got my ass handed to me.
Ziggy's Bison is probably 30% better than mine, and people think mine is good. So, and that's including the art. The artifacts are probably 40% better than mine. The runes on it are probably
he does like 3.5k a hit with his fucking second skill. Like, but nope, not strong enough to beat a Rakuni and a Gyu.
Yeah, that's where we have gotten right.
But yeah, so I just looked on SW ranking. Like, Josephine has been first picked almost 1,000 times this season.
Not bad.
Like, dude, these units are getting so over buffed. Like, she she is literally designed to specifically counter like super specific things, and you can first pick her 1,000 times this season. She's been first picked. That's how strong these passives are getting. It's like I don't even need to know if you're gonna pick any stuns. This unit is just fucking goated regardless. Like, come on.
I don't know what those. Like, we know what the solution is, but Comtos is not going to do it. At this point, they're like, this is what we wanted, though. Well, this is what I wanted. I'm not going to speak on behalf of everyone. I wanted them to make this fucking turn 2 meta. Because I wanted it to get worse. Now we're in one of the worst states ever. Turn 2. I need people to suffer and say, like, do we want the game to continue like this with more passives, or do we want to get out of it? And I don't know who's going to make that ultimate decision, whether it's Comtos like looking at their own game and saying, wow, this is dog shit, or the community actually complaining in Reddit or listening to this podcast and like making them look at their own fucking game and realize what state it's in now. The very select few people are actually able to properly play in this meta right now. Like, play as in they can climb.
I mean, unless you play that team. Like...
But
people can just adapt and use that if you have 3 hours a night to play wings and don't mind just watching your games unfold instead of actually playing them.
What about the people who don't have those units?
A lot of people don't seem to mind, but honestly, I can't even blame some of them, because if you don't have specific LD5s to properly play now, or like first turn and stuff, you just can't.
Yeah.
You just get dicked.
No, first turn is equally as fucked with how like lopsided it is towards certain units. And it's like it's just brutal, man. Like, they've gone way too overboard with two things: passives and high base speeds. Like, people can literally put together complete comps where like 3 of their units have 115 or higher base speed. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do about that? Like, I don't care what your runes look like. You are not outspeeding that. Like, so it's rough, man.
What do you do?
I don't know.
Like I said, I can't blame I can't blame like turn 1, because I still struggle against the turn 1 comps too, while trying to be not playing degenerate shit, right? Everyone knows my fucking, like, I don't play Douglas, I don't play Antares. And I don't own the other ones to even consider playing them. I struggle to find a way that is respectfully, or a respectful way to, like, using runes versus these turn 1 teams. Other than like high base speed, and even my high base speed, because my Swift runes are just absolute garbage. But nothing beats a team that gets set to 0 bar. This is why I want Verd nerfed, but they can't just nerf Verd, even though I don't use Verd. They can't nerf him and then still have AoE 0 bar, and you just never move.
Well, the thing I hate about Verd, though, is like the LD Zabala carried teams that are like the only teams that still work in turn 1. They don't even give a fuck about Verd. Like, the only people Verd is torturing is like me, who uses a bunch of fucking regular element shit. So if I ever dare to use a Chiwu or whatever, I just get dicked.
That's true.
Those teams don't even give a fuck about Verd. Like, they don't even care. They just fucking freeze it with Zabala, then spin with a Robo and crush everything. It's like...
Robos. I hate Robos.
You're definitely right there, Ziggy, because if you have the Zabala, you don't care about Verd, but this is, for me, it's a general thing. With my draft doesn't look good. Like, after the first 3 picks, seems like I lost. Then I fucking just slam Verd and Molly or something, and then you randomly have a chance to win.
Yep.
45%, I'm still gonna win. Good odds. I'm taking it.
Yeah, it's brutal, because it's like you're already, if you're playing turn 1, like, you already have the element of just losing to things missing anyways. Like, whether they pick Verd or not, you have the chance of just missing and losing anyways. So it's like, when you add those other elements on top of it, it's like the LD players and stuff like that, they get to avoid it. They have answers to that stuff. Like,
I don't care for Verd. I'm just gonna have Zabala Valantis, but
I can say the same, and that's the issue with you and I, though, Rax. Not issue. Well, issue as in, like, we just don't care. Like, but what about everyone else? Is like what
that's
I'm
my
thinking
point,
about,
right?
And I know
know-
you're the same as me in this. We're like, well, what about everyone else? Like we have it easy. We're on cruise control right now. We're fucking flying past it.
Yeah.
But why are we flying past this? We had to get a specific LD to get us into this point to counter bullshit unit.
A fusion.
We needed LD5s to counter a free to play unit, and if not a free to play unit, also just a degenerate Nat 5 that takes 0 room quality to just still solo your entire team. It doesn't matter. Like these are the people like, and for the general game, these are the people I want to like speak for, I guess, quote unquote. Because
yeah. And I mean, I do think this meta is finally starting to shift people's opinions, though. Because, like, we still get, like, the random janitor in the comments that's like, ha ha ha, like, this is necessary. This needed to happen. Or whatever. But, like, the overwhelming majority are fucking tired of this shit. Like, so.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I wanted. Best meta.
Yeah.
Best meta is no meta, but it's turning into a 5 passive meta, I guess.
Yeah, like it's actually, I think also, like, I think it's good that we have this now because it's so bad.
Can you imagine if SWC is decided on, like, a Hollyberry parrying?
Oh,
like,
honestly.
Something.
If this stays like this,
pinky.
he doesn't have it.
Oh, he'll get it. He'll get it. Don't worry.
No, but, I'm not gonna summon. Like, honestly, always before, I always summoned his fucking units. He needed, basically. Dude,
if you summon it, okay, hold on.
No.
If you summon it for him, all right, are you gonna keep it or are you gonna unsummon it?
Feed it before he finds out.
I'm just gonna feed it.
Feed it before he finds out. Don't awaken it, because everybody always scrolls down to the awaken to see if they have it, right? So just don't awaken it.
No, but honestly, there will be no SWC if they keep everything like this.
Yeah.
The game will, like, I am really critical against these people that always say, "Oh, the game dies, blah blah." But honestly, if this stays like this right now, this game will not last more than a year.
Yeah,
pretty sure.
I can feel it.
The problem is you're gonna lose the people that are keeping it alive too. Like most of the people dropping thousands upon thousands of dollars are not trying to see their team get clapped by 5 units that didn't even take a turn. Like, I know everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, boo-hoo, the whales or whatever," who are just shitting money out in this game. But it's like they're the reason that you have a game to play.
Yeah.
So
hello.
And you got people who purchased accounts, right? Who buy these crazy LD accounts. They spend tens of thousands of dollars. They hop in and a bunch of passes beat the shit out of them. Do I like account buyers? No. But are they helping keep the game alive? Yeah. And I kind of want the game to stay alive. So you don't want to piss them off, you know? It's like...
Honestly...
It's tough.
We were saying it earlier, or you were saying it earlier, not to spend too much on this passive, this
collab.
The collab off the bat. Wait until the next patch, because I think we get a patch at the end of March, right? End of March?
Yeah.
I think I blacked out after the last patch, and I have no idea where the hell. I don't even know where I am.
It'll be the end of March.
What year is it?
It should be.
Don't wail on Assassin's Creed unless something in Assassin's Creed gives us an answer, not just Oblivion, some sort of answer to fucking passives, kind of like how I want Hunwall built. I've been saying, because I got the greatest idea for Hunwall. Now I just want it to come to light. But if one of the assassins get it too, great. Like just something that decimates passives.
Yeah.
So people can think twice and like take a unit with a skill 3. Or something that requires more than 100 base or 100 total speed, for fuck's sakes. I hope something like that comes out. If not, I would wait until patch. I haven't been spending money on any games since the beginning of this year at all. And I wouldn't plan to even for Assassins. But still chill on it. Wait till see what comes out of this patch. Because Rax is not joking, and none of us are joking. Like this is a very fast downward spiral. Even though I wanted it. This is a downward spiral for the game. Wait until see if patch is going to correct passes and maybe a couple of the turn 1 units. Probably not. But if it does, then it looks like the game has some life still and it's worth spending on.
I mean, there's just no way that the game has a future in 10-minute matches of 5 passives versus 5 passives and just random shit happening all like there's just no way. Like it's lasted 9 years not being like that. It's not going to switch to that and then survive. It's just not going to happen.
This game is called a turn-based strategy game.
Yep.
There is no strategy to it anymore. 5 passives, random revenges, random activating shit. We just sit there and you can just lose without taking a turn in a turn-based strategy game.
Yeah, and don't forget rune qualities out the window too. Pretty much.
I mean, if we didn't make content, I'd already be gone, dude. I've spent 9 years reapping Swift. What the fuck does Swift do right now? like that's not just much. I just flushed that down the toilet, dude. Like 9 years are just gone. Like it's really. I don't know. 9 years into a game's lifespan is not the time to take a sharp right turn and turn it into like this mess. Like your game is thriving off of people who have been here the whole time, and you're just gonna piss all those people off. Like, So I don't know.
Let me put it this way, guys. Believe it or not, but I didn't even spend it, and I was spending quite a lot every single month. Till now, and since they evolved like this, I stopped because if I don't see any progression in this, like, dude, I'm probably not gonna spend even on daily packs anymore.
No, I've nothing. I haven't even done daily packs this year. I've actually. Did you know I quit smoking too, Rax? I've quit smoking since last year. But
this is how you know it's bad.
That's how you know it's bad. I quit smoking and gaming, spending on games. Even though I got 2 online, I still didn't give them a penny. But don't spend until I'm serious. Like nobody's gonna want to play this game if this is continuing after balance patch.
Dude, the fact that this pack is sitting here and I haven't bought it just tells you everything you need to know. Like 3 LDs for $70. Like if this was 5 months ago, this pack would be purchased within seconds. Like I haven't bought a single LD pack in like 2 months because it's like I've come to the realization, like, what LD5 could I even pull that's going to help me versus this shit? They don't exist. I mean, what? Am I going to specifically get Destiny and then, like, now I can kill some shit? Like, now what?
You know, you're going to be the crit damage tier lang guy.
I'd have to...
Good luck.
What are the odds I specifically pull that guy, though? It's like, it's just so... Like, odds are, even if I did get an LD5... it's going to be fucking Nagong or something, and I'm going to be right where I started. So, like, this is, like, the first time in my life that I'm not buying any LDs. Like,
it is more likely for you to win lottery to just pull tier lang, for example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
everybody needs a tier lang in their life.
I play this game for the LD chase, and I'm not even doing that right now because it doesn't even feel like there's a point to it. Like, yeah, sure, if I specifically get Maximilian, maybe I can cleave some people. But what are the fucking chances? Like, it's not going to happen.
FC's team is really fun, right?
Yeah,
it's
of course.
Really good and also fun.
Yeah. If I get Wool Young, Asima, and Maxi from my next summon session, I'll be right there.
Abs is, like, probably the only exception to using Wool Young, right? I don't think anybody... Very, very few people had that combination of 3 units. There's no way there's more than 10. That'd be absurd. Because Maxi is still considered a newer unit. Yeah. Do you think there's even more than 10 people that have Wool Young, Maxi, and Asima?
I have no idea. I mean, I do know I know of one guy who, like, ACOG does pay to wins for a lot that has, like, Maxi, Wool Young, Lucifer on Yuki, which is fucking crazy.
It's way better than Asima. Who needs
that's way better.
Yuki?
That's way better. Oh my god.
Wool Young, Lucifer, Maxi on Yuki. Like, that's just like, oh my god. You need a miracle to survive that blast. Like, that's so much damage. Because on Yuki has, like, the damage increasing passive, and it stacks with Lucifer's damage increasing passive. So every swing is just like fucking 25k to your dome. No crit. Like, oh my god, it's so good.
I wish we just had more accessible units like that. Just, like, slightly weaker, and they're still weakened by element, but it's still good to have in the box just so you can just use your runes to show it off more so than
yeah.
just pulling it right out of the scroll.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that cleave doesn't even exist if you don't have LDs is crazy. Like,
it is crazy.
There's literally no way to play cleave without LDs. How is that a thing? Like, how do we even get here? Like, this the whole.
And yeah, I think you said this on some stream, if I remember correctly. But cleave should actually be the most drive for play style,
right?
And you need insane runes for this. You need it doesn't even work.
Yeah,
like you will not G2 at best, maybe G3 if you don't have LDs, no shot.
No, there's no way.
And Ziggy with his is C3 at best.
Hey, I'm defense cleaving right now. I'm almost G2, but no, it's just like. No, it's just bad, man. Like, especially when the biggest issue I have with it is that we're 9 years into this game. You've had people chasing speed, chasing quad rolls, chasing triple rolls for 9 years. To then just be like, none of that shit matters anymore. These units have plus 70 speed and will beat the shit out of you. Like, you're just going to get people to quit. That's the only possible outcome, is they're just going to quit. And I don't care how much you like this meta, no one wants to see everybody quit. Like that, no one wants that.
That would be the worst.
So, I don't know. They got to do something. I don't know what it's going to be. I mean, last patch was like what? Did they do like 3 turn 1 nerfs? Maybe next patch they just flip it and do 3 turn 2 nerfs? I don't know. Maybe.
Who would it be though?
It's got to be Josephine and Juno, right?
Josephine 100%. Juno 100%.
And I would say Molly. She's the highest win rate one out of all of them right now. So
random. Molly came at it. Molly doesn't bother me as much personally, but for sure Juno annoys the crap out of me because she gets extra speed, but an extra turn on the speed buff, even though she has no debuffs on her. It shouldn't be a 2-turn speed buff. It should be a 1-turn.
I agree. That I don't know why.
I don't get why she needs it at all. To be honest,
there's that too. Actually, yeah, that's really.
I really don't get why she needs it, but
meet in the middle, 1 turn. We'll be in the middle.
I think taking it completely away while they have skill 1 would be too much. Like 1 turn, I think it's fine. I think that's fine.
It annoys me, but it'll be a lot less.
It annoys
annoying.
me as well.
It'll be a lot less annoying with
because we always ask for like oblivions and stuff too, but it's like in this meta, I don't even know if an oblivion would do anything. Like you've got Rakuni who cleanses, Molly who cleanses, Hollyberry's permanently immune, and then like okay, now what? Like that's 3 units that you basically can't even oblivion. If you do, you get them for like 1 turn before they cleanse it. So I don't even know if an oblivion would change anything right now.
No.
Maybe if it's AoE, but that's about it.
Let me take this opportunity to talk about what I want for like Hunwell. Just not because I own him, but I think it'd be really cool. And then hopefully maybe these assassins will have it, where they do additional things when they're fighting passives, or they gain an additional effect while fighting passives. So what I wanted for like Hunwell, exactly.
I mean, I'm down for that, but can it not be a unit that I don't own? Because then I'm still
no. That's what I'm
creek.
saying. That's why I hope something like this gets introduced with the assassins.
Yeah.
So I was looking for Hunwell's skill 2 to turn his awakening turns it into a passive, and then that passive is he gains additional crit rate and crit damage for each passive on the field. His S3 stays the same. So the more passives he's fighting, the more damage he does. Now, I imagine something like
interesting.
I think there's it makes sense with Hunwell, right? Because he ignores passives, and then the more passives that are on, he'll get stronger.
But he doesn't have where would that effect be? He doesn't have a passive. Like give him an S4 with a passive.
Who's B?
No, where would that effect be on Hunwell?
Oh, where would it be? It was
he doesn't have a passive.
No, his awakening changes to his S2, turning into a passive.
Oh,
and losing scroll trap.
He doesn't use it. You can't use scroll trap on a 0 accuracy unit.
I think I know, but for him and Grogan alike, I think if they do want to make them, if they ever care to make them RTA viable, they both have an ACK check skill 2. They need to give the skill 3 something that does something and checks ACK. So that way you can actually build them on an RTA build.
You can't do
with
their
some
multipliers
accuracy.
are so low. His multipliers
But that's
on
why his build would change. Like in regular arena, he would stay exactly the same, and you'd build him big boy damage and whatever. But then when you moved over to RTA, you'd build him on speed HP AC because he has scroll trap, and the third skill would now have a debuff because that's not going to affect regular arena where he's already good, right? Because you would just in regular arena you go no accuracy, big boy damage, he's exactly the same. RTA support. Because the thing is, like, they already have the skill 2 that checks AC. So it's like, you're already halfway there. Just give both of them have an AoE third skill that has no additional effect. They both basically just ignore passives. That's exactly what Grogan does too.
Basically.
Like, you give that skill something to land, now you can make an RTA build that has some accuracy and makes some sense. Otherwise, and they're never going to be good. I mean...
I can see that being another way, but I'm not saying this is something to just fix Hunwall, but like in general, the idea of a unit doing something additionally to some that's a passive. The Hunwall skill 3 is cool as shit. Ignore all passives.
Yeah,
like nothing exists anymore. Your glancing doesn't happen. Revives don't happen for like Nana.
Verd doesn't even get bar off his revenge, right?
Yeah. He doesn't revenge at all. He can't even. Well,
why not?
S3, they can't counterattack. Can't counterattack either.
Yes, he can.
No, like Hunwall shuts you down from revenging too.
He turns off rune. He turns off rune effects. You don't get nemesis and revenge runes.
No, you get nemesis.
Then what do you
mean? Also can get revenged.
You can't be counterattacked. What? That's the exact wording on.
It literally says you can't be counterattacked.
Really?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yes. It's a very good.
Yo, come to us. Give Grogan that shit. What the fuck?
My God. But like, imagine the S2 gets turned into a passive, and he just does more.
This cannot be counterattacked. That's so cool.
It is. I love this unit, except you can't fucking use it anywhere other than arena. Like, am I happy using him in arena? Yes. Does he carry me in inter-server? Yes.
I've come to just accept that though with units like him and Grogan though. Like. No. That's just where they're meant to be. Unfortunately,
why do you have a fucking Aspire army there?
What?
Aspire army.
Aspire army? That's Ziggy's army.
This is him? What do you mean Aspire? I have like 10 Kyle.
Kyle is his name, and this is Kyle, right?
Oh, his real name is Kyle.
Oh, that's why.
Dude, I build every Kyle I get. They're all skilled up too. I've got 7 of them right now.
He loves Kyle for no good reason. He's secretly hitting on Aspire with it.
I didn't know that was his name.
He's saying this is Ziggy's way of flirting with Aspire.
Will you sign my Summoner's War account?
Please. Anyway, what do you think of that? Like, I don't know what it could be. Not up to Hunwall. I'm saying that was my Hunwall idea. Translate it into the assassin.
Yeah, we're about to get 21 new units. Something's got to counter passives in some way.
Because it would be cool as shit, and they need to be punished. We need to be able to punish it. You can't punish it. Rune quality doesn't punish it. Speed doesn't punish it. Fat Vire runes, despair runes don't counter it. Nothing counters it.
You just have to be luckier than them. That's your counter. It's
non-existent in my account. This doesn't exist. Luck stacking them doesn't really work. Except unless it's Rax.
We'll see what happens.
What? Huh?
I actually luck sacked Rex the last time we fought too. My Chung Pung resisted everything, and
I can't even remember.
It was like 2 weeks ago. You like stripped it, and then your Zabala missed reset on it, and then your Oliver missed reset and pushback on it, and then I just get to blast with an S3. It's so dumb. But that's what happens with turn 1. But then you also have to deal with that thing might counterattack, and this thing might parry, and this thing might make me glance, and this thing might, and it's like, there's so much going on.
Very true.
Unless you're Hunwall.
Yeah. But all right, we can call it there. I mean, I'm excited for the collab, but only if the other units are really good. Because of those 5, I don't think any of those make their way into RTA, so it's got to be the rest of the units that kind of pick up the slack.
I hope so. For a passive Slayer.
But yeah, thank you for joining us, Rax. Appreciate it.
Thank you, I love you.
Yeah, always.
Hopefully this
Pretty fun time with you guys.
makes its way to come to us and something changes. So
I hope next time we have you, it's on a more positive note of talking about something
Hopefully.
that's about
Yeah.
RTA. Like the assassins are cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
part's great, but
I said, like, it's exciting. Still don't spend until patch or something really shows
Yeah.
it can fix the meta, I guess. But yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty much it for me.
All right. Peace out.
All right. Bye-bye.